In this video, you will learn how to find your Ikigai. Hi, hello everyone. My name is Nalini and I welcome you to my channel, The Blissful. So, this is the second episode of Ikigai, and as you may be knowing, I have been sharing with you book summaries. If you haven't seen those, the links are given in the description. Previous book summaries you can watch. So, the Ikigai episode 1 also you can watch. I have given the link in the description. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, and if you like this episode, please like this and share with your friends and family. So in this episode we will learn how to find your Ikigai in 12 steps. So I'll be talking about it in detail. Please understand every step very carefully because every step can change your life completely. So step 1, what is the meaning of life? This question haunts all of us at some point or the other. So, could you take a look at it? If you find the purpose of your life, that purpose of life we are looking for. So, a purpose that can be the reason for your happiness throughout your life. Ikigai helps to find this thing. So, understand one will find a reason to wake up in the morning and sleep peacefully at night. So, this is the purpose that can be the reason for your happiness. So, to find your Ikigai this way, you should ask yourself 4 questions. First question, what you love? This question is probably the easiest. For this, think about what work you like the best, which gives you energy, which you enjoy doing. In doing this, you stay energized and energized. This can be anything like painting, singing, cooking, teaching, reading, traveling, or making videos in YouTube like me. So, any work that attracts you a lot. This could be your office work, family work, also, it can be anything. So, this can be your interest also. Second question, what are you good at? What work are you good at? In which work are you an expert? What skills do you have in which you are already good naturally or you have an interest in doing and learning it? It can be different for each one. Therefore, find such a thing in which even if you have a little bit of a natural skill, even if there is no perfection, then it will come slowly while doing it. So, choose that one. Third question, do you get paid for this? If you talk only about love and good, then you can like to do anything, but it is optional that for this thing you should be paid. Maybe you love cleaning the house, but for this thing no one will pay you. So find some work that the world also needs so that they will pay you in return. Fourth question. For this, you might have to think, what does the world need? You see whether the people you like need anything. So, what does the world need from these so that their problem can be solved? So that you can solve people's problems through your favorite work and improve your lifestyle by earning money. This was the step 1. In this step, we ask 4 questions. Now, we'll go to step 2. Step 2 is knowing Ikigai and knowing the circle. So I have shared this circle, Ikigai circle, as you can see. First is know the passion. What is expected is called your passion between the first and the second circle. So this is the first circle. You have to know the passion. That is, do whatever work you like in which you are good to. That is called your passion. Second circle is professional circle. Circle between the second and third circles. What is expected is your profession, that is the work you are good at. Third, occasion circle. Between the third circle and the fourth circle, what is expected is your occasion, that is for whatever work you can get money in the same position. If the world even needs it, it can also become your occasion. Fourth is mission circle. Between the fourth and first circle, which is expected is where your mission lies. That is what the world needs. You love doing something, same thing what the world needs. So that becomes your mission and both will benefit the world and you. So in this way, if there is some work you like to do in your life, you are also better at that work than others, then you can get money also. And according to you, people need that work in the world too. So much work is called, so such work is called in Japanese ikigai. So to live a happy and fulfilling life, you will have to find your ikigai. And when you see your ikigai in your life, only then can you live a fulfilling life. Otherwise, always in life, something will remain incomplete. And for all this, with all sincerity, you have to find answers to these four questions. So, now coming to step 3, how to find your ikigai. So, first is know your ikigai. So, it is the reason for being. So, everyone has an ikigai, a reason to jump out of bed with enthusiasm. For some, it is their career. For others, it is painting, gardening, volunteering, or being a parent. So, the book emphasizes that your ikigai doesn't have to be impressive to others, it only has to resonate with you deeply. So, real life example is in Okinawa, a 102-year-old woman's ikigai was simply talking to her great grandchildren and sharing stories from the past. She did not see it as great, but it gave her days meaning. So, first of all, make a big square. So, for this, we will be doing this exercise. You make a big square, then divide it into 4 equal square parts, quadrants. So, in the first square, write, I love this work and I am also an expert in it. And here you write all those things in it which you love to do and are an expert in them. Now, second square, write in that, I like this job but don't know how to do it well. That is such all this work that you love very much. It is the work that you love very much, but they don't let you do it. But your heart does too much to make that work. So you write all those in the second square. Write in the third square, just not my cup of tea, but they have to be done. That is, doing things you don't like to do, but it has to be done under compulsion. If you don't like programming, it has to be done to stay in the job and earn money. So that is the example. So in the fourth square, write, just not my cup of tea. I can't even do well. In this square, write, what are things that you don't even like? You're not even the expert. Still, you have to do it under compulsion, like you have to clean your room. So, after writing these, you see that in what activities do you spend most of your time, how much time do you spend doing those things which you are good at and you also like, how long do you spend doing something you don't like. So, the author recommends doing this because most people spend more time doing work they do not like. That is why they can't get their passion, and there is a feeling of incompleteness in life, meaning that such people spend more time in the bottom 2 squares, that is third and fourth squares. But to find your passion, you should devote more time to the above 2 that works, squares 1 and 2. So you should spend more time on the above tasks without quitting your job, that is first and 2. In these tasks, please focus on those ones you like the most and enjoy doing them too, by which later on you can earn money too. And have faith that you'll find your ikigai if you look for it honestly and sincerely. So now we will see what is step 4. Step 4 is 4 secrets of long happy life and healthy living. Some particular habits are included in the life of the people of Okinawa, Japan. Because of this, they live a long, happy, fulfilling, and quality life. First one is stress. The people of Japan believe that stress and depression are the enemies of longevity. Therefore, stress should always be avoided to lead a happy life. Second is related to food and drink. People of Japan never eat full stomachs. They always eat only 80% of their hunger. For this, when you eat food, stop eating immediately as soon as your stomach is about to fill. Initially, you may not know when you have eaten 80% of your food, but you will learn as you do it slowly. So eat until you are 80% full. It is known as harahachi bu. This is the Okinawan practice. Eating only until 80% full. It is a game changer. It's not just about discipline. It's about listening to your body and being mindful to your habits. This practice reduces overeating, lowers inflammation, and enhances longevity. It's not a diet, it is a mindset. So, one small step is use smaller plates, chew 20 times before swallowing, pause before second helpings. So, in a recent study, it has been found that the people of Okinawa consume an average of 1800 to 1900 calories per day. Apart from that, so these people, okay, so I'll be sharing some pointers, okay, what they are doing. First, the people of Japan eat an average of 18 different types of foods every day. Second, they take 5 servings of fruits and vegetables daily containing different colored like capsicum, carrot, spinach, cabbage, potato, legume, and soybean. Third, 30% of the calories of the people of Japan come from vegetables only. Fourth, wheat is the foundation of Japanese people. They eat white rice daily. And fifth, fish is eaten 3 times a week. Sixth, salt is eaten on an average ranging from 7 grams to 12 grams. Here I wanted to add that if you don't eat fish, it's okay. It's not compulsory to eat fish. So it's just what I'm sharing is what Japanese do. Seventh is apart from this, Japanese people also consume green tea and white tea. So third is so doing one thing at a time. So whatever work you do, having to focus, having this focus brings flow to your work so that you can do that work very quickly and without getting tired. Therefore, always choose the work you have to research. You'll have to work hard, and your mind will always have to think so that your focus remains. We feel that doing more than one thing at a time saves time and can finish more work in less time by doing multitasking. But the scientific evidence of doing this is just the opposite. Research has proved that people who do more than one work at a time finish the work late and are not productive at all while doing that work. So that's why we should do only one thing simultaneously with complete focus. And fourth is not being stagnant and always being active. So they don't sit for a long periods. So in between they are walking, and being active is very good for the health and for the longevity. So this was end of step 4. So now step 5. So we'll see about the retirement and health lessons of Japanese people. Did you know there is no word like retirement in Japan, Japanese people? The people of Japan never retire from their work. They keep on working their whole life. Even when they are into their 90s and beyond, Okinawan elders continue to practice their craft. It can be farming, weaving, or playing music, not for money but for joy. Retiring early isn't the goal. Staying engaged is, they say. On the other hand, if we talk about other countries, people need early retirement. They should get rid of their work by any means, which happens because they do not love their work. When you do any work forcibly or just for money, then you are not happy with that work. The company you work for also does not get more value from you. So, therefore, to live a long and happy life, you should love your work. Then you will never think of retirement because your happiness will now be in your work and not sitting at home and resting your body. So if you sit for too long, you will get old sooner. Sitting for a long time may give you physical comfort, but it will damage your cells and cause food imbalance, hypertension, and even cause cancer. And to avoid this, you should add a few habits in your daily life. For example, first, walk for at least 21 minutes daily. Second, do not use a lift or elevator. Third, participate in social activities so you do not sit in front of the TV for a long time. Fourth, replace your junk food and packaged food with good food. Fifth, get good quality sleep and take 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Do not sleep more than this. Sixth, play with your children or your pet. Seventh, in the beginning, you can also set a timer so that you remember that it is time to walk. Eighth, you can also use the app from Google which gives you the task of walking daily. So you can introduce, if you already doing a few of these habits, very good. If not, please start doing any of these habits and include them in your daily life. So far I have shared with you 5 steps for finding your ikigai. So the remaining steps I'll be sharing in the next episodes. So I hope you enjoyed this so far, and some of these were helpful, and I guess you can do some of them. And it was informative for you. If so, please like this video and share with all the other family and friends. So thank you so much for listening to this episode so far, and I'll see you in the next episode. Till then, please take care of yourself. Bye bye.